No one wants to end up as the next Justin Baldoni.
Yeah, we've lost some talk.
Hi and welcome to Blossom Talk. I'm Tashti Flo, journalist, Hollywood truth teller, and your voice of reason in a town built on delusion. First of all, thank you to everyone who was so forgiving towards Oscar yesterday, who was in the background. He's still here today, actually, spreading his legs in front of everyone. He's so sorry that he made some people maybe feel uncomfortable. Hopefully he didn't. He's very cute. And he promised he won't do it today. He's just going to stay in this curled up position and be a good boy. Anyways, also thanks to Debs for sending me this. So I've been asking people to hype my videos without even knowing myself how to do it. And now Debs has told me how to do it. So if you want to hype a video, it's a new feature on YouTube. And I think you can hype 2 videos a week or something, and it will help the algorithms to push that video because you're telling YouTube, I want more people to see this video. So what you do is when you go to a video and you see the comments, you swipe left if you're on your phone on the comments, and then there's a hype button, and it doesn't cost anything, and it helps videos get more traction. Anyways, yesterday I did speak about Taylor Swift and how she is revoking her responsibility as a godmother of Blake Lively's children. I can just imagine how Blake Lively's kids are gonna feel about this the older they get, and just knowing that Taylor Swift once was their godmother, and then their mother blackmailed her, so she's no longer their godmother. Yeah, that must feel like kind of a big disappointment. Okay, so let's dive right into it, you guys. Yesterday, I did speak about how Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' Instagram is filled with bots. I did some calculations and I looked at the amount of followers they have and the amount of engagement they have on each post, meaning how many likes, because they have basically shut off their comment section. So I could only base it on the likes that they get per post. And with that in mind, I calculated that they have about 0.1% engagement rate on their Instagram profile. And I compared that to Taylor Swift, who has between 2 or 3%, I think it was, which is normal for celebrities to have around that amount. And the conclusion was that Ryan Reynolds has an active fan base on Instagram for about 2 to 3 million followers, not 51 million followers. Blake Lively has about 1 to 5 million real followers, not 42.8. So if you watched my video, you saw that I did the same thing with Taylor Swift, and the conclusion there was that most her followers are real. Okay, so to be fair, I felt like I also had to look at Justin Baldoni's Instagram account, and I did. And I realized that I took his 3 last posts and looked at the engagement there and the amount of followers he has. He has about 4.2 million followers. And when I looked at the amount of likes that he got, he has an engagement rate of 18 to 20%, which is insane, you guys, meaning that most definitely 99% or 100% of his followers are real. They do engage, and I looked at the followers and I looked at the people who liked his post, and I saw very few accounts that looked suspicious in any way. So I think we can definitely conclude that Justin Baldoni has real followers. And you take this into consideration, and he actually has 4.2 million real followers. He has more followers that are real than Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Remember, Ryan Reynolds, 2 to 3 million are maybe real. Blake Lively, 1 to 5 million may be real. Actually, Blake Lively had more real followers than Ryan Reynolds. So what is happening also with Blake and Ryan's accounts is that when you have 40 million followers, but only a tiny fraction likes or engages with your content, then the algorithm sees that content as low quality and they won't push it as much. So the result of that is that your post gets seen by fewer people, even the people that actually follow you. And that can also explain the drop in likes on Blake and Ryan's accounts, So what I think happened here is that when they started losing followers since this legal feud, they started inflating their accounts. They started buying more followers because they didn't want the world to see that their popularity was, that they were losing popularity. And that would mean lower value for people sponsoring them, their marketing value, for people hiring them. So what happens there is that Instagram will push down the content from Blake and Ryan and will actually help lift content from Justin Baldoni because they know it's real. I feel like this goes with their personalities as well, because I feel like Justin Baldoni is a real authentic person. And I feel whatever we've learned so far about Blake and Ryan is just fake. But I think this is important is because I think Justin Baldoni could actually use this in court, because Blake Lively is accusing Justin Baldoni of using bots to smear her, while her whole reputation and popularity is built upon bots. It's so hypocritical. A jury or a judge could see this as dishonest, that they're pretending that they're more popular than they actually are, that she has manipulated her own image and she has manipulated us to believing that she's something she's not. So she accused Baldoni of ruining her reputation, but her reputation online is propped up by fake numbers. And Baldoni's lawyers could argue she's already misleading brands and the public. In other words, they could say, how can she prove real damage to a reputation that's artificially inflated in the first place? They can say she projects her own tactics onto him, onto Justin Baldoni, accusing him of the very tactics that she's using. And that's what she's been doing this entire time. She's been doing the same thing with PR, saying that he's abusing the media and he's creating a media circus. And this is all PR tactics. Well, that's exactly what she's doing. They can paint her as dishonest, hypocritical, and manipulative. And you have to remember, her entire case relies on her credibility. If her social media presence is exposed as fake, it undermines the whole story. And there's another story here, you guys, that I missed, exclusive on Radar, in Radar Online. They're the ones who also broke the story about Taylor Swift not being a godmother anymore. And they're saying here, Blake Lively, a Hollywood pariah who has left directors terrified of working with her over it ends with a court drama. So they're actually being honest here, because I feel like this is the way a lot of people in Hollywood feel. Even if you believe her or whatever, you think that something happened to her, you don't want to work with her. You don't want to risk your reputation, your career, and your life savings by working for Blake Lively. So they're interviewed a few people that are, of course, anonymous in the industry. And one is revealing here that her new queen of mean, which is Blake Lively, reputation has directors running so scared she may never land another big movie role again. Lively's move into becoming a producer as well as star in the Survival List, the one that was announced last week that she got a new part, was meant to mark a triumphant return to form, but insiders say it only intensified concerns about how she exercises control on set. Others say the only way she could land the role in the film was by producing. Um, then they continue, she's undeniably talented. I'm not sure about that though, but she's also developed a reputation for being controlling. Directors are questioning whether they want to deal with that kind of drama or the possibility she may launch legal actions against them. The backlash has escalated as Lively's legal war with Baldoni rumbled on and on over the last year. This is quite funny. A Hollywood source said, directors watched It Ends With Us crumble under the weight of controversy. No one wants to end up as the next Justin Baldoni. Oh, yes. Meanwhile, Lively's own legal team has called Baldoni's action a textbook case of Darvo, deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. In one resurfaced interview, she added, I need authorship in order to feel fulfilled. Remember that interview that dropped, that one of you guys actually found and sent to me on Forbes, and it exploded, where she talks about how she never accepts a role just to be an actress. And she doesn't even tell people beforehand that she's just taking on the role to be an actress. She wants full control. She wants authorship. And they say that admirable to some, but to directors, it screams power struggle. Sources tell us. As her trial with Baldoni looms in March 2026, Lively's career is being closely watched, and insiders said. They added, her next moves are likely to determine whether this reputation as Hollywood Queen of Mean can be changed. So now she has the reputation of being Hollywood Queen of Mean. I didn't hear that until now, actually. And of course, I think even if people believe her that she was SH'd in some way by Baldoni, even if some people believe that after seeing all the evidence, you don't want to work with someone like this who is dragging so many people through the mud and making so many people's lives miserable just because her ego was bruised. Anyways, there is another court drama going on right now, you guys. I kind of missed this, but then I started seeing these viral videos and it's so entertaining. So I have to recommend you guys to go on TikTok and watch Cardi B in court. So if you don't know the story here, Cardi B, this was in 2018, 7 years ago, and Cardi B was pregnant. She was 4 months pregnant. No one knew about it. She was going to her gynecologist and she had made sure that the building or the office was closed down so there were no other people there because no one knew she was pregnant and she wanted to announce that when it was the right time for her. She walks into the building and there's a security guard there, a woman. And this woman starts following her, and then she realizes she's filming her, and Cardi B gets really upset. I can totally see how this played out, that Cardi B got angry. This woman snaps back at her, and they have like this altercation out in the hallway. And then this woman says that Cardi B scratched her with their fingernail and spat on her. And then, so this was in 2018. Then 2 years later, she sues her, and she sues her, hold your horses, for $24 million. And she says that she's been traumatized. She had PTSD, she had insomnia, and she's been dealing with low self-esteem because she felt that Cardi B was fat shaming her. It's insane. And then she was sharing in court this scar she says that she got from the fingernail. And the scar is now gone because 2 years later she went to get it removed. I mean, this is so crazy. But the funniest part here is watching Cardi B in a new wig every day, showing up in court and answering questions in such a funny way. I have to take my hat off for her. This kind of reminds me a little bit of that Gwyneth Paltrow trial that was a few years ago when this skier skied right into her and then he sued her for a lot of money saying that he was hurt. It was so insane. People are so greedy, and a lot of people go after celebrities to try to make some money of them. I remember Will Smith once said that he was sued 15 to 20 times every single year. People are crazy. And this woman who wants $24 million from Cardi B for scratching her with a fingernail. And I actually don't believe that actually happened because people have taken the stand now, the receptionist and the doctor that was there, and no one could confirm that there were any physical stuff going on between Cardi B and this security woman. The woman also hired this lawyer who keeps asking Cardi B the most ridiculous questions. And I saw that Court TV created these kind of reels on TikTok to show some of the best moments. So I really wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was so hilarious. And I've never really been a Cardi B fan, but when I watched it, I was like, oh my God, this woman is killing it. And it's so hilarious because this whole thing is so dumb and she is treating it like that. And the fact, when you think about it, that this actually went to trial, you know, it's been going on for 5 years. Can you imagine this discovery? When you think about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, discovery phase here and what's happening, can you imagine that this case actually went to court and they were like, yeah, let's put this on trial. This woman won $24 million. It's so absurd. Anyways, here are my favorite clips that Court TV put together on TikTok.
Yesterday you had black hair, short hair. Today it's blonde and long. Which one is your real hair? Or are they both real?
They're wigs.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know that. It's a good week today then. Do you know what the word altercation means?
Like a conflict.
Like a fight, right?
It was like a verbal fight, but it didn't get physical at all.
When I'm talking to you now, are we having a verbal altercation?
We having, we'll see, a debate.
Where I call you Miss Almanzar, Cardi B, or it doesn't matter?
I mean, you've been calling me Cardi B.
And if you wanted to scratch or cut her face with your right hand or your left hand, if you wanted to do it, you could have done it, correct? So
But
you're
I
not
didn't.
disabled.
But
right?
I didn't because I had a baby inside me.
How did she know?
Time out. Let's slow down the pace just a little bit.
Are you disabled? Yes or no?
At that moment, when you're pregnant, I'm very disabled. You want me to tell you things I can't do?
Fine. What was?
A lot of reasons. Very concerned.
And why were you concerned?
Because I'm pregnant and this girl's about to beat my ass. Hello?
Hello. Hello. I'm here. So you said she's bigger than you? Is that correct?
Absolutely.
How do you know that?
I mean, look.
I'm looking. I don't agree with that. What is your basis? Are you saying she's physically bigger? She's taller?
I mean, you have her medical records,
I don't
right?
have anything. I'm asking you the questions.
I mean, I was 130 pounds at that time.
So she's overweight, right? In your opinion.
Objection, no.
She's a little...
You don't need to answer me.
Okay. Did you call her fat?
No, I was calling her a bitch.
The best moment is when he asked about her hair. One day she had like kind of short black hair, and the next she has like blonde long hair, and he's asking if it's real. I'm like, yeah, she went and grew her hair overnight. Like, what does he think? And she's like, yeah, duh, it's a wig. Yeah, I mean, this is a reminder, I think, of how people are abusing the court system and the legal system. All these people who got involved and dragged into this, all these witnesses, poor witnesses, that have to go on the stand. Yeah, I'll keep you posted, you guys, what happens with this case as well, because it's so dumb. It's so like a waste of resources, and yeah, whatever. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Today, Perez Hilton is going to be in court in Las Vegas, so we all wish him the best of luck, and I hope that his case is resolved today, that the judge does the right thing and actually quashes the subpoena. It's so ridiculous to begin with that a journalist should give up his sources for Blake Lively. No, stop, enough. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope Oscar was behaving back there. And yes, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and hit the notification bell. And if you feel like it, hype this video and leave a comment below and share. And yes, enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Yeah, we've lost some talk.